Dear viewers, welcome to my channel, The Mind Matters Lab. I've created this channel with a clear purpose: to raise awareness about the growing epidemic of narcissism in our society and the silent emotional destruction it causes in relationships, families, and communities. Narcissists often use powerful psychological tactics to manipulate, control, and break down their victims, especially those who are kind, empathetic, and emotionally sensitive. These victims are often empaths, people with beautiful qualities like compassion, honesty, helpfulness, and deep emotional intelligence. On the other hand, narcissists are the opposite. They have zero empathy, are highly self-absorbed, chronically insecure, and constantly seek admiration and validation. Their relationships are built on control, manipulation, and deception, not love, not respect. Over the coming weeks, we'll be publishing a powerful video series to help you understand narcissism, not just on the surface, but deeply. You'll learn about the many faces of narcissistic abuse and how to identify, protect, and heal yourself. Today's video is the first in this series, and we'll be talking about one of the three core dimensions of narcissism: the grandiose dimension, the self-serving dimension, the vanity dimension. So if you're struggling in a toxic relationship or trying to understand the narcissist in your life, you're in the right place. Let's begin. Narcissism is more than just vanity or self-love. It's not just about someone who takes too many selfies or constantly seeks compliments. True narcissism runs much deeper. At its core, narcissism is about self-esteem regulation. It's a way a person copes with deep feelings of insecurity, shame, or a lack of self-worth. While narcissists may seem confident, even arrogant on the outside, their inner world is often fragile and uncertain. Many narcissists grow up in environments where they weren't truly seen, validated, or loved for who they were. So they develop a false self, a perfect mask of charm, success, and confidence, to win love and approval. Over time, this mask becomes their only identity. In psychology, narcissism is categorized as narcissistic personality disorder, a diagnosable mental health condition. According to the DSM-5, a person may be diagnosed with NPD if they exhibit at least 5 out of 9 specific traits, including a grandiose sense of self-importance, a sense of entitlement, a lack of empathy, arrogant behavior, need for excessive admiration, and more. Diagnosis is usually made through a clinical interview with a psychologist or psychiatrist, who may also use personality assessments and input from close family or friends. But it's important to note, not everyone who shows narcissistic traits has NPD. Narcissism exists on a spectrum, from mild traits to extreme pathology. Recent research and the book Unmasking Narcissism categorize narcissistic traits into 3 dimensions: the grandiose dimension, inflated self-image, superiority, arrogance; the self-serving dimension, entitlement, lack of empathy, exploitative behavior; and finally, the vanity dimension, obsession with appearance, admiration, envy. Every narcissist might show traits from each category, but today we'll focus on the first and most visible one, the grandiose dimension. The grandiose dimension is about the narcissist's deep need to feel important, superior, and special. It's the outward show of confidence, dominance, and perfection. But here's the truth: this isn't real confidence. It's a defense mechanism. According to Unmasking Narcissism, grandiosity is a shield that protects the narcissist from deeply held feelings of insecurity, inadequacy, and shame. This dimension is all about hiding the fragile self behind a towering image of success, brilliance, and superiority. And the narcissist does this by relying on 3 major psychological tools: denial, pretending they have no flaws; projection, dumping their shame onto others by making you feel inferior. Idealization and devaluation, putting people on a pedestal one moment, then tearing them down the next. This is where narcissists see themselves as larger than life. They believe they are smarter, more talented, and more deserving than everyone around them. They might brag constantly about their achievements, real or exaggerated, interrupt conversations or dominate discussions, expect special treatment even in regular situations, downplay or ignore other people's achievements. In Unmasking Narcissism, a theater director named Eric is described as constantly interrupting his actors to deliver pompous advice. He wears a dramatic beret and talks like he's performing for an audience. His need to show off his intelligence and past success makes everyone around him feel small. Why do they do it? Because they never received genuine validation in childhood, they're constantly trying to prove their worth. They can't sit in the background. They need the spotlight to feel like they matter. Narcissists with this trait believe they are uniquely special, so special in fact, that only other high-status or elite people can understand them. They believe that normal rules don't apply to them. They feel they deserve access to elite groups, clubs, or partners. And well, they often think they have a hidden talent the world just hasn't recognized yet. They often look down on people they see as ordinary and idealize celebrities, CEOs, or influencers, people who reflect their fantasy self. Common phrases might include, "I don't waste my time with average people. I'm destined for something big. I have something inside me that no one understands yet." Where does this come from? Again, it's rooted in childhood wounds. Either they were overpraised unrealistically by caregivers or neglected entirely, leading them to develop a fantasy identity where they are chosen or exceptional. But instead of finding peace, this belief isolates them further. They struggle to form real connections because they see others as inferior or not on their level. This is the most visible and often the most difficult trait for others to tolerate. Narcissists with this trait act superior, look down on others, and often display open contempt for people they see as weak or flawed. Examples include talking in a condescending tone, dismissing people's ideas or feelings, eye-rolling, smirking sarcasm during conversations, and acting overly confident even when they don't know what they're doing. The psychology behind it: this arrogance is not confidence. It's a mask to cover deep insecurity. Narcissists are terrified of being exposed as not enough, so instead of showing vulnerability, they put up a wall of superiority. By tearing others down, they temporarily feel higher up. It's their way of saying, "If I make you feel small, I'll feel big." This dynamic is damaging, not just to those around them, but to the narcissist as well, who never gets to feel truly seen or accepted. Next episode, the self-serving dimension, entitlement, lack of empathy, and exploitation.